Hi there. This short video is a request from my heart to the hearts of all religious leaders, political leaders across the Great Divide to do something magnanimous together, to form a mighty army, an army of light, an army of love, as we prepare for 2012. How can we do that? Well, let's begin by just looking at who am I. And I ask you now to ask the question, who am I? Why am I here? What is my purpose? And I pray that the Spirit of God will come upon you. I pray that the Spirit of truth will guide you, that the Spirit of selfless love will reawaken the divine within you and give you the courage to speak your truth. I am aware, yes, here as I live a simple life, of what's happening on the global stage, where brothers and sisters are still tearing each other apart because of property, where brothers and sisters who say they believe in a loving God are denying each other their basic human rights. In the 21st century, in a world of high technology, with the iPhone, the iPod, you name it, they've got it, but one thing they haven't got. Their heart isn't, they're not listening to their heart. Because their actions are actions inspired, infused, not by God's love, more by man's love. And I sense the evil one, the one who opposes God's truth, is really busy and is gathering a great army of unbelievers to attack the very places of God. The situation in the Middle East between Christian, Jew and Muslim, all the Abrahamic faith, brothers and sisters, is appalling. The very seat of the Abrahamic faith community is in disarray. And that is tragic, where brothers and sisters are tearing one another apart. Is that right? And yet, endless visits from various envoys from the United Nations, from various governments, try to come and appease each other, to bring them together. But there's no let up, is there? There's a stubbornness in here. There's a reluctance to embrace the truth, a reluctance to face fear, a reluctance to let go, a reluctance to take a leap of faith. Well, my prayer to you today is for you, that you will consolidate as a mighty army for God, regardless of your belief, that if you say to me you believe in the one true loving God, then I say to you, demonstrate it. Show me ways that you love this God. I remember watching a video clip sent to me by a good friend, a young man called Paul, who's a Buddhist. And you know, I can't thank God enough for this young man. The video clip he sent me was about the Dalai Lama, who was challenged in a loving way by an academic of about what is the best religion, or what is religion. And you know, the Dalai Lama spoke words of simplicity. And what draws me to the Dalai Lama, and I am a Catholic Christian, but I think I'm a Buddhist as well, is his words are truth. He doesn't sit on the fence, but he's not obscene or offensive. He is the voice of God. And he practices what he preaches, but yet he's paying the price for his truth in Buddha. He's in a spiritual wilderness away from his spiritual homeland because the Chinese government, for whatever their agenda is, choose not to allow him return. So he's a spiritual leader in exile. I guess we all are, aren't we? Because whilst we live on this earth, this is not our home. We're passing through. So our real homeland is not in bricks and mortar. It's in another dimension. And 2012 is a time when the Piscean age will end and the dawn of Aquarius, a new era of hope and compassion, will inspire those of us who have embraced truth, God's truth, and who live and who walk God's talk in our respective faith communities. We will experience something rather profound. That is my belief. And part of that belief is I know that God will invite us to go to the next level of advanced enlightenment, and we will be offered an invitation whether to leave and behold the face of God, or stay and help those that are in need. But those whose hearts are closed, I've got news for you. Those of you on the world stage who are playing a game, those of you in religious life and those of you who are religious leaders, if you are not practicing what you preach and coming to God from your heart, then you will have to return and relive your life again and learn your lesson. So it's a warning for me. It's a warning for you. And it's not a threat. It's an invitation. It's an invitation by God to you and to me to stop destroying God's people through selfishness, through greed. And like the rich young man who found himself in hell, he asked Lazarus to bring him a few drops of water to moisten his lip. And he pleaded with God, send the prophets, warn my family. Sure, look, when you look at what's going on around the world with the crises and the conflict and the religious wars and man's inhumanity to man, God is sending holy people. God is sending his messengers. But society today is so embroiled in materialism, they're not hearing. Is it because they don't want to hear? Is it because they've become complacent, arrogant and deceitful? The decision is not up to me. But as an interfaith Franciscan, my life, I offer freely to God. I offer my life freely for you, to pray for you, to come together as one family, one faith, loving a one God of truth. And that together we will unite and form a mighty army, an army whose values are about justice, peace, integrity and love, and where we do endorse the United Nations Charter of Compassion. And we bring the Dalai Lama back to a spiritual home, where we challenge authorities through love, that we will not condone such atrocities ever again, that we will make sure that the poor are looked after, the hungry are fed, that the naked are clothed, and that God's love gets through. Will you join me in prayer? This journey is about prayer. It's about coming back into your heart. It's about honoring the divine within you. God bless you.